Hey everyone, this is Gus. Welcome to a new drawing with Gus. What we're doing right now, we are trying to create a drawing style. This is the second part of this kind of streaming classes that I'm doing about how to create your own styles. Well, just doing a little repass about what you just did the last week. Well, how to create your own style? Well, it's super easy actually. First, you have to pick whatever you like. I mean, there are so many styles and illustrations. Well, there is the realist style, which is pretty much realism. Yeah, you know, very good anatomy and that kind of stuff. And on that realistic style, there is also the kind of a loosen, the kind of more perfectionist, the kind of more like a how can I say, the actual, yeah, the truth is the actual style that is called like hmm, is pretty much like photographic style. So it's hyperrealism. So you have the realistic, and also you have the variants of that realism, the loosen, the one that are hyper realistic, and the one that is like like the 80s, I mean the 50s, 1950s and 1960s kind of illustrations. Then we have this many variants of that styles. So whatever you are looking for, if you are a very good admirer or of anatomy and you are feeling comfortable doing anatomy, human anatomy, pretty much, and you are feeling that you can do it, you can just make this style. Well, if you're living in the United States, you know there is a paintings called the modern Gothic or something that you one of these guys with the elongated faces, old guys, very realistic. Well, that kind of painting you can just make it into a style for your illustrations. So you can just start practicing. You can just look for the modern Gothic, I guess, or Gothic or American Gothic or something like that. Look for that in Google and you will see that painting and you can start, practicing. Media, what you can do it digitally, or you can also use the other ways to do it, which is pretty much traditional. If you are going to traditional, there are many styles. There is watercolors that those looks like watercolors. Also, there is oil colors. They can be oil colors too, and also acrylics. And not only that, there is also wash. There is also tempera. Yeah, and there is a egg temple. Yeah, you can do a lot of styles. I mean, if you are going to traditional, also just pencils, color pencils, pastel, which is the cheapest. You can just do pastels. It's the cheapest, but you have to be very consistent, and it's not the first thing that comes to the paper that is, worth to be in your portfolio. It's the thing that you consider that is perfect. Let me tell you something that Ahmad Al-Dori said one time in YouTube that I think was the most helping for so many artists. If you are doing something and this something is not good at all in the next hour, just drop it and do a new one. Yeah, that's easy. Drop that thing and do a new one. See? It's that easy. But many people don't understand that. Many people are just married with some kind of style and not just married. They are just like in a bad marriage. You are just married to an abusive or a husband or an abusive wife. Yeah. Many people, that is an analogy for many people trying to do a style that they are practically not made for that. Because it doesn't matter what the people say that an artist can do multiple styles. No, we are married for some kind of a, move or we're married to some specific kind of how to move your brushes, how to do the strokes. I'm not very good at doing like a one straight line with my shoulder, like many people say that you should, doing like a academicism, like an academic kind of a drawing, like a sketching. No, I'm not like this. But that is me. That's my preference. Not because the academicism is bad. No, it's because I feel more comfortable doing this, and probably I'm lazy, and I don't want to rewire my brain to do the one with the pencil, this or that. This is my point two pencil. Yeah, it's not like doing like this. Many people paint like this. Actually, they draw like this. It's not like this. In my case, it's pretty much like this. Sometimes I can do this, but it's for painting. This is pretty much for painting, but this is for drawing. So that is something that you have to have in mind when you are going to do your style. But the other thing that you, let me see, I'm still online. Yes, I'm online. So the other thing that people don't know about this is about art is that first, let me repass you. First, your style is something that you feel comfortable with. It's not something that you hate. I mean, if I hate being super hyper realistic, I did hyper realism when I was young, pretty much in watercolor, and I think I was good. Yeah, many people told me I was good. But I just dropped it because I was looking for something more modern. So I went to cubism. Yeah, I'm a cubist painter. You can say that. Not an illustrator. I have many styles on Illustrator, many hats on Illustrator. But as a painter, I'm a cubist painter. I like cubism. I like the structuralism of how to destructure or deconstruct things. Deconstructive. Yeah, that's the chef that are using. Yeah, I like to deconstruct this. No, I like to deconstruct the figure. I like to deconstruct the characters because that is the best way for expressing. Then that is for me. I don't know how it works for you. Probably you don't like cubism. Probably you don't even know cubism. Just Google it and just learning the same way I did. We don't have Google at that time, so I have to buy some books about cubism, about Picasso, about Francis Picabia, about everyone. And after that, in the 90s, I had to start when it was the incipient, internet, using Lycos, using Alta Vista, and asking questions. That's it. You can just also do that. But yeah, Lycos and Alta Vista. This guy is pretty old. Yeah, I'm old. So yeah, that's the way I learned. But let me tell you, there is no excuse for you. What is your excuse? Unless you are living in the most detriment, desolate, and poor country in the world, which is, it's a tragedy because there are many. You have no excuse to self-educate yourself. The other thing, don't be complacent with yourself. Many is super complacent. Oh yeah, well, I'm pretty happy with what just done. No, try to challenge you more because your style is just challenge yourself to do some things. Look, at the beginning I was a beast. I was super bad doing digital art. I mean, I can do a photographic kind of thing in watercolor, but when I go when I went to digital the first time years ago, I was super bad. I mean, that looks awful. I don't even want to put it in my portfolio right now. But I had to challenge myself. I had to say, okay, you can do that. You can just get better in this. You like cyber women, you can have to have how the women's are. Because the part of the cyber, you have to have anatomy. You have to have this. You have to have references. So you have to start, collecting things. You have to start collecting programs that can do that, like a PureRef. PureRef is your mood board. Years ago, I didn't have an idea what a mood board was. I pretty much it looks like it's scrapbooks for me. But I said, okay, I'm gonna do the mood board thing. So just for you to know, that is the things that if you are going to be in the art, that is the things that you will start facing. Okay. So style is something that you are comfortable with. It's something that you can just do it because it's a lot of practice. A style is something that you can do just very good. I mean, after so much practice, if you can do certain style, you are good. Style is something that will tell the people, this is whoever, this is John Doe, this is Jane Doe, among the other John Does and Jane Does. So if you see how the style for children books right now are, the good ones are different, but the rest, if you go to places like Xme Talent, oh man, that's a chicken farm. It's a Tyson chicken farm. Everyone is the freaking chicken. It's the same. So if you see them, you see how they are doing that. Because one, they are complacent with themselves. And second, they don't want to tell the clients, probably this style, what comes to you, is better for you. But they want to tell their clients, their authors, well, this style is what you need. But they have no idea if they need that style. They are not hiring professional illustrators. They are just hiring illustrators that do certain styles because Xme Talent only uses 2 or 3 styles. That's it. Cartoonish, kind of simply, and they look like made by hand. They are not perfectionists many times, and they don't express a thing because their illustrators are the worst when it comes to expressing emotions. So the other thing that you can do as an illustrator is try to express some emotions. Yeah, because if you are doing like a children book, you know your character has to have emotions. Why? Because 90% of the children books, they are selling emotions. So if you have those feelings and you can just put it in your character and you can just make the eyes bigger, the eyes smaller, the expressions of the animals of the humans more relatable to you or the other people, you are doing the 100% of the book. Because picture books, whatever they put in there, they sell. Second, your style is something that you think is very good. You have to defend your style. Sometimes it's better to have like 2 or 3 styles, like you have 2 or 3 aces in the sleeve, just in case the dummy guys from the publisher, they have no idea what to tell the clients and they want to sell the client an illustrator that they have no idea. So it's better for you to have different styles. So it's something that you can just mimic. And the most important part about your style, you have to be happy with it. I mean, you have to be happy that you are doing. You are not in the modern day slavery. They are not, putting you a gun in the head in the temple, so you can just do that thing that way. I mean, they are paying for you to do the things they earn. That's what you have to do. So let's think about it. If you are making your own style, you have to be comfortable with. You have to practice that style. You have to change yourself to do and challenge yourself to do things better. And you have to do it good. And also you have to be happy doing this. Okay? And the other thing, you have to have talent. Because if you have that kind of neurons in your brain that control the coordination, eye, hand, eye and hand, eye and hand. If you don't have that coordination, you are worthless as an illustrator because you are able to think. Because if people say you have to paint from imagination. Yeah, but if you have an imagination, you have to nurture that imagination with data. And the data, most common, are references. So you need references for that. So the next time that somebody tells you, you can go, I can do the same with AI, telling you can do the same with AI, but I can tell you your book as AI will suck because they won't tell that you are a good writer. Because A good and respected writer is using a book where the illustrator is doing something by hand and is doing something that it goes strictly with your book. It's not input and it's not input keyboard for ChatGPT. So if you're an author and you're watching this, don't fall for that trap. AI can help you to do a better strategy, can help you the data. Let me tell you this. ChatGPT cannot give you the best way for save your book or cannot give you a good way to write your book. I see many others. One lady that believed herself is an author just brought to the place I working with a book, and she wants us to print that thing. And that book was, among other things, pure AI. All the illustrations were off, and the story was totally bad. I mean, I will never buy that book. Okay. And but the team is a good team. I mean, she was talking about autism. Okay. She was talking like a little roadblock for people with for how to treat kids, how to treat other kids with autism. And it was good. The idea is good, but the execution is bad. And in this world, there are so many good ideas with bad execution that end up in the trash can. So if you want to send all your money or your investment or your idea to the trash can, use AI. If not, trust in how you write out the book, and also have some education. I mean, if you don't know how to write or you know, make a novel, make something grammatically correct, and try to tell a story and make it interesting in your own language, whatever language you are speaking and writing. Let me tell you, you are not an author. You are just somebody who thinks in his delusional mind, her delusional mind, that you are a talented author. Why? Because somebody told you that in high school. You had to go to university. You had to pay the education. And if you don't have money to pay the education, there is some other places when you can have the education. You can practice. You can go. You can have a job related to that, and you can do that. Because if you are not doing that, you are falling in the fallacy and in the lie that everything that you have in mind, you can just do it. That super faith doesn't work in real life. Maybe it works for miracles, but it doesn't work for you getting a job or for you landing a very nice opportunity or having a very successful enterprise. That doesn't work that way. This word don't work that way, and it won't work at all. So before you having the worst depression of your life and having the worst problems in your life because of this, just examine yourself and see if you have talent. If you don't have talent, keep watching my videos, like it, subscribe, and I will appreciate that. But it's not the place for you. Okay. I watch and I follow other artists and I see the classes and I see that because I had this. Okay. This is not my dream. This is what I was meant. This is who I meant to be. This is not my dream. My dream has a lot of money, which I don't have a lot of money, but I have some money doing this job. That is my dream. Being famous. That's the dream. But doing what I'm meant to be is not my dream. It's my reality. So, being said that, let's go and pass to the class. And before that, let me tell you, if you want to help out this artist and this channel actually, well, you can just like and subscribe. It's totally free and you will be helping me a lot. Also, if you want to help me out in the most monetary way, we can just speak about that. Yes, in camera. Well, you can just go and there is a link for PayPal in the description of this video, and also is a link for PayPal in the header of my what is this called? In the header of my YouTube channel, and you can just make one-time donation or a recurring donation. Man, $3 per month is not a big deal, and you will be helping me out to get a little more modern equipment to replace my camera, and I will appreciate that. Well, being said that, let's go and try to see this. And by the way, if you want me to give you a class about something in particular that you are curious, let me know. I will prepare something for you guys, and I tailor it for everyone, and I just put it on the channel. Okay, so let's have a little more input about that. And I know that more than 20 or 100 people see my videos, so man, like it. I will ask you for that. Like the video. If you make a like, you will be helping me out to get a little more up in the algorithm, and that will help me a lot. So thank you so much, and let's go to watch it. Oh, the other way to help me out, by Clear Studio Paint. There's a link for Clear Studio Paint. It's a referral link. So I will get in something, and you will be helping me out. And by the way, it's not because Clear Studio Paint I have that. Nah, it's because Clear Studio Paint is good. So I will recommend you that, even though I'm not having. And for sure it's good too, but it has a little more learning curve. You can say that. So let me get that right now. Oh, well, let me get that right now. So I'm gonna put you in. Oh yeah. Okay. We're in my main artwork right now. Yeah. So right now, what we're gonna do is pretty much try to finish this girl. So you see this girl, the last time that it is an Android that I've been working, and I'm gonna show you again my pure red. So this is my pure red right now, but I'm gonna show you all the things that I have. I like this. Um, I like this. See, I like the idea of the big necks, long necks, elongated necks. I don't know why, but I like it. I like the elongated necks, so I try to make it. And also, I like this style. I like this style. This is Sofia Loren, I guess. Yeah, I like this style. I will try to do this style later. Oh yeah, I like medieval. I like this other style. It's pretty good. Well, we're gonna try to do many styles so you can see which one is the one that you feel comfortable with. I like this style. This is super cool. Yeah, this is Betty Page, kind of. I like this one. Pure manga style. Oh, look at this. This is the different kind of styles that you can do. It's so much, so many, and there is so many things in watercolor that you can do just with this style. Okay, let's go back to the work. Okay, yes, I will remind you guys, like and subscribe and help out this channel. Okay, let me put this and get back to this. Why are you doing that? Yeah. See? Well, what we are doing in this kind of what is this called? This style is yes, I finished with this part, but I like to continue doing this. And let me get this is the sketch. This is the Carme brushes. It's called the Carme traditional set CC 2018. It's a sample by the Carme, and it's totally free. So you can just get it free. Oh, what happened to this? Hey, it's not even working. Oh, oh, okay. Something is happening with my. Is that the chipset? Okay. Yeah. See, 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 see. Okay. Okay. So again, we are trying to do this the way we do traditional painting. How we do traditional painting? Well, let me remind you how you do traditional painting. You do traditional painting, traditionally speaking. That means this is gonna be on top of your pencil. So the kind of brownish thing is my pencil. Yeah, just for you to know, it's my pencil. And we are going to do the whoops of this pencil. I don't know if you probably have noticed, but I have like a fixation to do things audio perfect for one side, but sometimes not. And just for you to see how this kind of look like. See, we're getting something. I feel like I'm doing pastel with this. You know the charcoal pastel, but the oil pastel. Sometimes it's like a mix between charcoal and oil pastel. I think I'm doing something. detail. See, so we have our style, our own style. We are doing things our own way. So let me let's continue with this. Okay, I guess deixa eu finish some of it. Yeah, I guess I finished some of it. Okay. Okay. Let's continue with the next. After that, we go to watch this. Okay, what we're doing. Well, to move this microphone here. Yeah, I have the microphone there. Okay. What I'm doing right now is creating the texture. Yeah, many people will say, no, this is not quite the color for this or the brush for this. But man, girls, if you can be good using just one kind of brush, that style, that is your style. That means you're good using that kind of brush. Okay. 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 So let me do a little more in this area. So I'm doing the difference in tonality on tonals, on tones, the difference in the tonal using the pressure sensitivity that is already written in the specifications of the brush or in the program. You can say it that way. Okay. Hmm. Okay, let's continue with this. Hmm. Okay. It's not doing. I guess we're pretty much done here. So let me see, what is the kind of like a grayish one? Okay, let's do that. Let's do the background. Mm. Oh, oh, I almost forgot about it. Okay. I guess I did my background there. Huh. Well, this is not a landscape. And let me put some white in here. Kind of white. Mhm. Okay. I guess I finished. Let's see this. Mhm. Yeah, so this. Grab my pen and fill it. Well, I guess I finished. This is my file. So, put this back here and the microphone here. And oh, my camera, my light anymore here. So, well, I don't have my light anymore. I have the light that I have here. I guess right now is like uh, hmm, I can tell it's bad. Well, yeah, I can tell it's bad. Well, thank you so much for joining me. This is Gus. This is Drawing with Gus. And what I just did is just 2 classes to try to concrete what is the concept, the concrete concept about style, having a style. Because that is your firm. That is what makes you like different among the others. So this style that you are doing is the one that makes you different. But also it's something that you can do. I mean, it doesn't make a sense to have a certain style that you are struggling to do and takes you a lot of time to do it. Okay. So for me, this was also a practice because I was practicing using Photoshop, the Harmony brushes, and the thing that I do like with the control. So the Photoshop will pick the colors which is in the middle to try to do blending. That was something that I did. I'm gonna make a class about that, how to make the best, to take the best out of Photoshop. Well, next class is gonna be next week, and I'm gonna do something about getting your own style, but also how to done this, you know, because sometimes less is better. So, well, this is Gus again. My name is Gus Duenas. I'm a professional illustrator. This is Drawing with Gus. And what we're doing in this 2 last streaming is trying to explain you the basic concept how to get your style and also how to do it and then be confident about that. But don't be an ass. I mean, you are not perfect. There is always somebody way better than you. It doesn't matter, but when you go up in the not the corporate ladder, but in the professional ladder, when you are better and you think you are better, there is always somebody who's better and younger than you, and usually cheaper. So, being said that, well, I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, my name is Gus, and if you want to support this channel, well, you can just buy me a coffee, $3 per month. There is a link for PayPal, so you guys can just make a donation one time or a recurrent donation. I will appreciate that. That will go towards to have a new equipment that I really needed, and also the other way to support this channel is by ClickShipping, because I have a referral link that is in the description of this video and the description of the other videos. And you can just try it. ClickSpin is a good program. Why I'm using Photoshop? Because Photoshop is the norm for many people that is already a professional. So for the people that is already professional, Photoshop is the norm. So let me tell you something. Is Photoshop the norm? Yeah. So you should start doing, things by default using Wacom and Photoshop, because it's the thing that many illustrators are doing. Also, you can do, traditional kind of stuff. Well, I'll see in my other classes if I can just accommodate something about traditional. So you can just watch me doing some watercolors, my style of watercolors. Sometimes it's not what the academia is talking about, but I really like it. But let me tell you something. At the end of the day, you are putting the roles. Academia is just teaching techniques. You can just mix techniques, mix media, mix whatever. You can do whatever you want because you are an artist. You are the one creating this, not the academia, not your teachers. It's you. So, well, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and next time. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because I see many people is watching this video. Like, guys. So the more likes I have, the better I go into the algorithm here in YouTube. So help me out, guys. I would appreciate that. Well, thank you so much for joining me. This is Gus. I'm a professional illustrator. This is Drawing Gus. And I'll see you next week when we are going to try to see more of this context about how to get your own style. See you then, guys. Have a blessed weekend.